Hey guys, it's Liv here, and in today's video, we're going to be using the FVEWYG Tauros in a singles Wi-Fi battle because somehow my good pal Harris has awesome found me an amazing team built around this Pokemon, and he said it's been doing pretty well on the ladder for him. So if you guys enjoy this content and you want to see more like it, leave a like below and subscribe for more content like this. With that said, also comment what mons you want to see next, and let's get right into the team. First mon on the team, of course, is Dragapult. We have a Choice Banded Adamant Dragapult. This is designed mostly just to try and bluff that, because a lot of people just assume Dragapult's running Jolly Nature or Timid Nature, and ours is going to be going for damage instead, because Dragon Ghost and Dragon Ghost honestly mauls pretty much everything in the tier as it is. This will have us do a little more damage with U-turn, and Sucker Punch is great as a nice speed option to try and hopefully revenge kill other Dragapults. With the Choice Band, we're going to be able to maximize our physical damage output, and it allows Dragapult to become a phenomenal breaker with Terra Ghost, which is obviously the type of our Terra Blast. That's how we keep our Ghost Stab here. But this is probably going to be our primary Terra option this team for sure. The only way that we wouldn't Terastal Dragapult would be if this thing dies prematurely, but this will probably end up being a really strong cleaner for our team for sure. Moving on to Gholdengo, we have a Choice Scarf Gholdengo, probably just like the standard set at this point with Shadow Ball, Focus Blast, Trick, and Make It Rain. This is probably my favorite Gholdengo spread in the tier, to be honest, with Terastal Steel, but actually I think we have Terastal Ghost. You could go with Steel as well. They're both really decent options. Steel is great to boost Make It Rain, meanwhile Ghost, while it does boost Shadow Ball, it's mostly here to be a primary spin blocker, at least with Terastal, while still boosting your damage output. Steel, obviously, though, is a little bit more unique to the team's coverage options, so really either one works here. But Gholdengo is amazing, though, as a Scarfer. You can't get status in any way, shape, or form. This includes stuff like Defog and Taunt. This also means that your opponent just can't really slow you down with Thunder Wave, which is amazing for this Scarf variant. It means that they can't really speed control around you in any way, shape, or form. Ultimately, though, Gholdengo is an amazing partner with Dragapult, and it's also great with Hatterene, which is up next. Hatterene is designed to mostly be a really strong defensive piece for this team, and it helps pressure the hazard options that would otherwise be sent our way. This is allowing the opponents to get their hazards bounced back, and then with Gholdengo, we're able to completely stop them from clicking Defog and Rapid Spin as well, because we just hardwall both of those. With Psychic, Draining Kiss, Nuzzle, and Calm Mind, this honestly just is here to function as a really good Phys-Def wall for the team, while also with the Fairy Psychic typing being amazing for just common checks. For example, if we go with Terastal Steel Gholdengo, this would be great at clearing some sort of fighting types by being a really strong sponge to those. Meanwhile, with Terastal Ghost Gholdengo, this is a great option to kill dark types, as well as a great option to kill dark types for the Dragapult potentially. Overall, though, just amazing partner for the team. Up next, we have the Pokemon of the hour, TAUROS-FIRE. With the Intimidate ability, we have Will-O-Wisp, Raging Bull, Protect, and Body Press. This is just designed to be an amazing physically defensive wall, with Will-O-Wisp walling out any sort of physical attacks because we're going to drop the attack in half, with Raging Bull being a strong fire type option that will also be breaking screens, and Body Press is amazing to just try and take advantage for high Phys-Def as well as our fighting typing here. We have Ting-Lu up next, which is a great spike setter. We have Whirlwind, Spikes, Ruination, and Earthquake. Ruination is functioning mostly as a stall breaker ability for this Pokemon, with the ability to just try and set up Spikes and Whirlwind out to try and acquire a hazard chip throughout the game. Ultimately, Ting-Lu is just really meant to be a really good special wall for the team, because currently our walls are more on the Phys-Def end. It's a great check to any sort of offensive ghost types, stuff like Gholdengo and Dragapult should do a lot less if they're especially offensive, and yeah, really just important Pokemon here. Final mon on the team, of course, is Great Tusk. It's a defensive hazard spinner this week with Stealth Rock, Knockoff, Rapid Spin, and Earthquake. I don't know what the EVs do, I'll be completely honest. For the 52 speed at the very least, this looks like it's a little bit higher than stuff like Ozu, but I'm not sure what that specific creep would be for. Regardless, though, Great Tusk is honestly just an amazing physical defensive wall, and despite not having a fighting type attacks, it's not going to matter for matchups against stuff like dark types, because we already do have a fighting type with FVEWYG Tauros, as well as a good fairy type with Hatterene, so I'm not really too worried about the dark type matchups here. Plus, most dark types anyway can get revenged off by this team regardless. Stuff like Gholdengo, for example, has Focus Blast, meanwhile Dragapult can pivot out on a lot of them as well, so I'm not too concerned. With that said, that's going to be our team for this battle, and let's get right into it. Peace out, guys. Hey guys, it's Liv here, and in today's video, we're going to be using a TAUROS-FIRE team against my good pal Q the Costa Rican, who is back for yet another Wi-Fi battle. Shout out to Q as always. Every single time that I'm looking for a Wi-Fi battle, and I don't think I'm going to get one at midnight, for some reason Q's magically doing Wi-Fi battles, and it's like, you know what, Q, thank you for bailing me yet again. But hopefully you guys enjoy this battle, and if you do, leave a like as always. And with that said, let's get right into it. So Q's team consists of Gardevoir, Dragapult, Baxcalibur, Dondozo, Glimmora, and Dragonite. We still have yet to actually use a Glimmora team on the channel. I'm kind of curious when we will. But just thinking out loud, I guess, on that one, we're going to lead off with Great Tusk. Honestly, Great Tusk is a pretty amazing lead against Glimmora matchups. because basically what we could do here, we can go for a Rapid Sprint turn 1, and then from there just attack Glamora, because we can honestly just guarantee take out Glamora. We'll gain the speed boost, so we outpace even if for some reason it does creep us, which to be fair, I will say, I probably will, considering the fact that we are a more defensive spread on Baxcalibur, not Baxcalibur, on Great Tusk, assuming that for anyone, of course, who did see the team builder today, we have a pretty bulky spread to say the least. So I do anticipate that my opponent is going to end up outpacing us turn 1, but they will definitively not turn 2, which should be amazing for us. But regardless though, good luck and fun to my opponent, and let's get right into it. So Q is going to lead off with Baxcalibur. Okay, so very terrifying turn 1 to say the least. I do need to obviously find a good defensive counter for this. And I think that what I'm going to do here, well, what do I actually want to switch into this? Because Baxcalibur is kind of dirty for my team. You know what? Actually, I can just go right into Tauros. I forgot. I have an amazing check to this, because Tauros should be neutral against dragon attacks. If it wants to click a dragon attack, that's fine. I'll be dropping its physical physical offense at the very least. And on top of this as well, Baxcalibur is probably just gonna go for some sort of ice move, considering the fact, or maybe Dragon Dance, considering the fact that Great Tusk was in. So Baxcalibur. Let's pull this up real quick. Versus Tauros, Paldean Fire. We do have the Intimidate up, obviously, and this should weaken the offense if nothing else. They're going to go for Dragon Dance. This is fine. Meanwhile, my Intimidate should bring this back to neutral at the very least. They're going to proceed to actually Terra Ghost. Very interesting, if nothing else. They can't be burned, sadly, which is a little unfortunate. But what I can actually proceed to do here, they're Terra Ghost. Oh, no. Q might sweep me, I'll be honest. Holy shit, why does this mon beat me on lead? Because I can't burn this. Fuck. Oh my god. How do I beat this? Am I gonna get 6-0 turn 1? Oh my god. So I mean, I can't really burn my Terastal on this just yet. I need to sack Tauros. My opponent's gonna go for another Dragon Dance, that's fine. But oh my god. That might screw me over pretty badly, actually. I kind of need to hope that Raging Bull just does a lot of damage. We do nothing. And I forgot, we boost this thing's fire. Oh, fuck. I forgot about that. I forgot that was an added benefit of Thermal Exchange. God fucking damn it. Oh, no. How the fuck am I going to get past this? This whole team loses to this Pokemon. Oh, my God. This is literally like a perfect counter to my team. Like, no joke. This is an objectively speaking perfect counter to my team. Dragon, Ice, Ghost. What the fuck, Q? Oh no. Oh fuck. Okay, because I'm trying to think, what the fuck do I even do against this Pokemon? Dragon, Ice, Ghost nails this entire team like perfectly. I can't burn it. I can't just swap around it either, because if I lose Pokemon recklessly, that's kind of gonna screw me over. It kind of has to be fucking Tauros too. Oh, fuck. Okay, I need Q to fucking attack me. Thank God. Okay, so Q clicks Earthquake. That's fine. This means that Q is lacking either a Ghost move, an Ice move, or a Dragon move. Any of those are probably good for me. Oh my God. Oh, okay. So, what I think I need to do, I think I need to bring in probably Hatterene. Hatterene actually might be my saving grace here. Tauros failed me. Harris, why the fuck did you give me this mon? We're gonna go for Nuzzle. I'm gonna drop this thing's speed. I'm gonna kind of hope that me not clicking a Terra Water there doesn't bite me in the ass. But I'll be honest, it might end up biting me in the ass. Do not get 4. They got 4. Okay, fuck. I should have burned my Terra Water there, but at the same time, I will say, I don't know if I won this game if I burned Terra Water is the thing. I could go into Dragapult. I kind of am glad, I will say, that I sacked Hatterene there, which might seem like a really weird play, but I basically need to kind of bait Q into thinking that I've objectively lost this game. So we're gonna go for Sucker Punch now, and we're hope that, okay, thank God, because I feel like at the very least, and to be fair, I kind of needed to hope first and foremost that I'd not get multiple hits, but I needed to make Q think that we were just outright sacking Pokemon at this point, that we like lost 6-0. Which was really my only actual out to that fucking Pokemon. That thing was so fucking monstrous. But I do think that Pult can still pull this back. I think Pult can pull this back now that we have killed that fucking behemoth. Oh my god. That mon is disgusting. I don't like playing Excalibur instead. My opponent's going to bring in Gardevoir here. Okay, Gardevoir. This is fine. They're going to go for Trace, and they're going to get Infiltrator off. They just barely creep us. Good information to know. We kind of have to sack something, because I can't really risk bringing in Gholdengo. I'm going to bring in Ting-Lu, because I don't think that Ting-Lu's all that important to my endgame. Also, I'm pretty sure Ting-Lu is the one that drops Special Attack, which should be pretty decent if nothing else. But my guess is that my opponent is probably going to proceed to... I think that my opponent's probably going to proceed to go for the Shadow Ball here, because it hits both Dragapult and Gholdengo, which I feel like is the obvious one. So I'm going to assume... I'm going to assume Shadow Ball is the play here. So we're gonna see what happens. I kind of, again, just need to bank off my opponent clicking Shadow Ball. That's really all I could do to have any semblance of coming back here. Because then, if they do click Shadow Ball, Ting-Lu walls, and if they click a Fairy move, I can bring back a Dragapult and just Terra Ghost through this team. Which should, if nothing else, be pretty decent. My opponent's going to proceed to click Moonblast. Okay, so this is fine. They're going to actually not even do half, which is good to know, because I can maybe play around this. Or if nothing else, I can maybe get a Spike up and help myself play around this. What's my opponent's going to do? Okay, so looking at this team, I need to basically clear the Gardevoir, and then I should be able to win with Dragapult. But I need to clear Gardevoir, and the sole reason for that is because I need a way to still be able to go for the Dragon Darts on Dragonite, since it can no longer actually Terastal against my team. So what I'm going to proceed to do here, I'm going to go for the Spikes, and then I'm actually going to switch out. I'm going to switch out into Gholdengo after I get up a Spike. My first goal is to get up this single Spike, and I can use this then later to Ruination against Dondozo a single time, which a single time should be plenty. Afterwards, when I go into Gholdengo, I think that I'm going to proceed to go for... Well, I'm not sure what I'm going to go for, because I think his Shadow Ball is really decent. I think that Make It Rain is also pretty decent against this team, considering Q doesn't really have great switch-ins to Steel. His Steel switch-in is Dondozo, which wouldn't really want to take a Shadow Ball, and it also wouldn't want to take a Trick. Trick also has a lot of merit here, by the way. I think ultimately what I'm going to do, I'm going to go hard into Gholdengo, and I think I'm going to click Trick. Actually, no, because Gholdengo with its Scarf is really valuable. It outpaces Gardevoir with Scarf, which is the set I'm anticipating. I do kind of want to keep the Scarf around. So I think I am going to actually click Shadow Ball. My opponent doesn't really have the greatest switch-ins to this. So, yeah, we're going to click Shadow Ball here. Let me just make sure. So, yeah, there's not a Ghost Check. His Ghost Check probably was, to be fair, I will say, it was probably Dragonite with Terra Normal, which would be understandable, actually. It's a pretty decent Ghost Switch and nothing else. Dragonite is an insanely bulky Pokemon. But thanks to Gholdengo, we'll be able to actually guaranteed break the multi-scale on Dragonite, which is valuable. That's extremely valuable. So I'll certainly take that. And not only this, but Dragonite's no longer the actual Ghost Check on Steam because Q burned Terastal on Excalibur, which, oh my god, that mon still is shooking me up so much in this match. Oh my god. I'm still, like, legitimately nervous against Q's team, solely because of the goddamn Excalibur. That thing nearly massacred our team, and we're still kind of recovering from that, actually, I would argue. Because How is a huge feature in this team. It was honestly one of my better Pokemon this matchup, and on top of this as well, it was a phenomenal win con option. And Tauros was the mon I wanted to the thumbnail, so I'm pissed at Q for that. Q, I'm upset. You ruined my thumbnail mon. So I'm a little upset with you. Regardless, though, Glamour is gone. That's decent, at least. It's a hazard option I no longer need to worry about here. Q is probably bringing in Dragonite, and he's probably going to click Dragonets. Or maybe he'll just click Raw Earthquake. Either way, I get an attack off guaranteed on that Pokemon, and then Dragapult comes in and Terastal Ghosts, which should be really good for us. Now, I'm not really sure what my opponent's going to do here. I'm going to assume that either Dragonite or Gardevoir. The Dragonite's going to come in. Okay, so it's clicking Dragonets or it's clicking Earthquake. Definitely it's one of those two. Either way, I think I actually just stay in and click Shadow Ball. Because if Q clicks Dragon Dance and I swap out here, that actually, I think, loses me the game. Because despite the fact that Gholdengo will still outpace this, I will not have broken multi-scale in time to actually sufficiently beat this Pokemon. And my goal here is basically just to get off 2 attacks on Dragonite. Whether it's 2 attacks right now with the Scarf set, or if it's 2 attacks between Gholdengo and Dragapult. But guaranteed those 2 attacks will be plenty. We're going to proceed to do a lot less damage than I thought we would. Oh my god. Okay, so at this point, I need to, for one, I need to definitely go for a Shadow Ball here. Because I no longer have the luxury of switching, actually. I need to kind of hope for a crit. But a crit could be pretty decent. We're going to proceed to do around half. My opponent's going to actually go for Fire Punch, thankfully. That's actually pretty decent for us, if nothing else. Now we're in a little bit of a pickle. because what I think I'm actually going to do, and I think it's my best play, but I do need to double check on damage. So Dragonite versus Great Tusk. I need to calc how much knockoff is going to do. My opponent's going to, let's see. So they're going to take around 20-ish%. Ugh, that's not good. Okay. I think I am going to go for knockoff here. I kind of feel like it's my best play. And again, not really sure what better option I have here. Man, Q's team is actually super fucking terrifying. I can't burn the Terastal because I really do need it for Dragapult. I'm going to kind of just hope this thing doesn't have a good offensive option for me. They're going to go for Dragon Claw. Are we going to chew that? We actually chew this. Holy shit. We took that very well. So I'll definitely take this. We're going to proceed to go for a Rapid Spin here because I want the speed advantage in case of Q is 3 attacks. Because I do think there's a high chance that Q is actually 3 attacks. And gaining the speed advantage against anything besides a Scarfer here would be pretty valuable to my endgame in my opinion. So we're going to go for Rapid Spin, and this should take out Dragonite. Beautiful. So Dragonite, Glamora, and the Baxcalibur are all out of the equation. Q is definitely bringing in Dondozo here. 100%. And now I need to worry about how the fuck I take out Dondozo. I think I have a good out for this, but I still need to worry about it, of course. Basically, my game plan would come from going for knockoff on Great Tusk and hoping that Q takes me out immediately. If Q is a curse set, I think I lose, but I'll be honest, I lose to a curse set objectively. Like this turn, I lose to a curse set. Even if I make a hard swap in Dragapult, I lose that game. So I'm going to go for knockoff, and I'm going to hope that Q is Rest Talk, Body Press, and Water Move. That's probably the only set I can actually beat right now. My opponent's going to lose a Rocky Helmet, which is fine. They're going to go for Wave Crash. This could not have actually worked out better for us. I'm not going to lie. This literally was like the perfect turn. We're going to proceed from here to go into the... Tinglu, and I'm going to go for Ruination. Ruination here is mostly just to break this thing down so that I can get it in range of Dragapult with Terra Ghost, which now is my win con. Objectively speaking, my win con basically comes from the fact that I need to hope that I can get Q low enough to where he dies to Terra Ghost. My opponent avoided the attack. You son of a bitch. I don't think I KO anymore. But to be fair, it is Body Press and Wave Crash, which is good. That means we wall it with Dragapult. I wall the set with Dragapult. Why did I burn him on? Okay. That was a little wasteful, I can't lie. Because I literally wall the set with Dragapult, but to be fair, I still think I kind of need to make that play. So what are the benefits of clicking Terra Blast Raw here? I don't actually think there are any. I think I kind of need to... Well, okay, so objectively, I can never lock a Sucker Punch, because Dondozo would actually beat that guaranteed right now. I need to click Terra Blast Ghost. It's really the only out I actually have without getting hard walled by something, because Dondozo clicks Rest, and Rest Sleep Talk would objectively always win, right in this moment. Gardevoir would win if I click a Dragon move, which would be a really strong way of doing damage to Q right now. I have to click the Ghost option, and I basically need to hope that Q is plus attack on Dragapult. If Q is not, then I lose. But I need to hope that Q is plus attack on Dragapult. It's really my only actual win con here. And even still, I need to hope that I do enough damage to my opponent. They're going to go for Wave Crash here. That should take out their Dondozo, if nothing else. It does not actually take out their Dondozo. That's fine. We're going to go for another Terra Blast. So basically, it's going to come down to hoping that my opponent is not the Scarf Gardevoir I thought they were. That they are not an offensive... They're not a fast speed nature Dragapult. And that's basically what this game comes down to at this point. All because we lost Hatterene so early on. Because I kind of fumbled the bag with Hat. And also because I should have switched into any Pokemon besides Tauros. But Paldea and Water Tauros would have never failed us like this, if we're going to be honest. Paldea and Water Tauros would have been my best friend here. Harrison, next time you're going to steal Tauros team, Paldea and Water Tauros would have been the play. I kid. I totally kid. Thank you, Harris, for the team. I know you got me this. It's a fun team. Just literally the one bad matchup it had against a fucking Ghost Baxcalibur. I'm still so shaken up about that. That mon was a fucking menace. The thing literally was a menace to society. Okay, so I need to basically hope the Q is no Sucker Punch, that he's not a plus speed nature. A lot of things need to go my way. Are they going to happen? I don't know. I do not fucking know. But I'm going to be so fucking hopeful that they go in my favor. The fact that Q brought in Dragapult first gives me a little less hope. Yep, Dragon Darts. Okay, so this is going to massacre us. Good game to Q. Good game to Q. Q, fuck your team. This thing is so... Oh my god. I don't like this team. Q, I do not like your team. I should have let off with Dragapult and just played aggressive, but I don't know if I could have made that luxury, to be fair. Because if I burned my Terra and Dragonite came in later on and went for Terra normal, it could have been pretty bad as well. So I'll take what I can get. But regardless, though, hopefully you guys enjoyed this battle. If you did, leave a like below and subscribe. Shout out to our channel members being Josh, K Ultra Player, Mia, Zeke Zero, Matt O'Shea, and Nox Nocturnal. Your guys' support on the videos is greatly appreciated. And if you want to become a channel member today for just a couple dollars a month, there's going to be bonus content every Wednesday for anyone who's interested. And make sure you subscribe, as well as hit the buttons down below for the Twitter and Discord, which are just free ways to stay up to date on content. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video, where we'll be hitting back the battle spot ladder. Until then, peace out, guys.